there is an entertainment industry here. Let's start there.
Yeah.
I think I've been seeing some people saying there isn't.
True.
There is one. I think we have one. It may not be as firm. It may not be as collective as we want it to be, but it's there. You know, I actually haven't left the entertainment.
You haven't left?
I haven't left. I'm still way more behind the scenes in it now. I help artists where I can, but I don't put that out there that's what I do.
Okay. But I always thought agriculture is that one thing that actually does bring in as much as you give out.
It does.
For real.
It does.
Here locally, what do you think about the agricultural move, especially in the suburbs?
I think agriculture is our bread and butter here, bro. Yeah, I'm Manvo. Oh, Manvo. You look alike. You already did it.
No.
For real.
But he's like one of the biggest followers of our
Bro,
channel.
Blamvo show
Actually,
me
on our analytics.
Wait, Mlanvo the chimp dude.
Yeah.
Oh, shout out to him. No,
Yeah.
I thought you meant Mlanvo, the guy in Cyprus. My bad.
No.
No, Mlanvo. Yeah, no, Mlanvo's a good homie of mine.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. When we were in Taiwan, we kicked it a bit. You know, very, very, very peaceful dude, dog. Like, there's no hate in him, bro. You know. You know, sometimes you want to talk shit and he's like, nah, bro, don't do that. It's just like,
Everybody keeps relax.
yeah, he's a cool dude. He was here too.
No,
No,
he hasn't
like
been here.
He's
But
always
on our analytics is like Taiwan is 0.5.
And that's his
percent.
and
And
it's
it's him.
And that's just him.
It's just him.
He has like 0.5.
0.5.
oh, that is
Taiwan.
insane. No,
Bro.
he's a good supporter, bro. Like
Yeah.
in anything you do, like he shows love a lot.
For
I
sure.
remember I used to throw events in Taiwan and he would come through.
For real.
Yeah, he'd come through. He'd be the one to like bring in the Swazi dudes because I wasn't really close to the Swazi guys that side.
Yeah.
But whenever I needed a good Swazi turnout, he was the guy.
The guy to talk to.
Yeah, because I'm like, bring the cherries, bro. He's like, "Ah, don't worry, dog. I'm a bring the hands.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
So you used to host parties in
Yeah, I
Taiwan?
used to host parties in Taiwan, bro.
That's mad.
Like, that's how
How
much
was the
love.
reception?
It was hard at the beginning, but I think before I left, I kind of left a good stamp to it. You know, it's always good to chill with the locals because I started getting closer to the Taiwanese people,
Okay.
understanding what they like and understanding what they party to. And once I connected the dots, I was like, okay. And then I had to leave the following month. So I didn't have enough time to really penetrate. So
Damn.
yeah. But
But
my
the-
last party that we threw was good. We had about 250 people there, which is a good number for a foreign country, bro.
Yeah.
You know?
Bro.
Yeah.
It's even a good number here. 250 people in one location.
Yeah.
That's motion.
Yeah, it is. And the guys have taken it far now. Like my homies that I was in college with, they're running it now.
Okay. They're holding it down.
They're holding it down.
Shout
So
out,
what
bro.
type of events were you guys doing?
It was like how can I say it? They were like themed events. Like I love hip hop. I'm a hip hop fan.
Yeah.
So we would like go to underground joints. Like most clubs in Taiwan are underground.
Oh,
Right.
okay.
So we found this other dusty ass place and we went to my scala, my college, and I just gave flyers out and had a lot of college students in there and had a DJ bumping Travis Scott from start to finish. And that's it. So I would say it would be underground basement type parties. Yeah.
Okay.
A lot of
Like-
kids.
Like none of those daily parties, but underground.
No,
None of the daily parties,
not
but we
those,
underground.
but it'll be
shit.
underground,
But
yeah.
we underground for
it'll,
sure.
it'll be like some like, you know, like you can tell that everyone in here is a hip hop head. You can tell from the dress code, from the hairstyles. You'd even find the Asians with the dreadlocks.
Okay.
You know, you'll find the chicks with the, you know, yeah.
Showing love.
Yeah, exactly. That type of party, bro.
Alright, let's start the show. As I did what's happening, this is Talk Entertainment and I am your host, Babla Mini, and welcome to another segment on our channel. If this is your first time on the channel, don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to like, drop a comment. But if you're a regular tipper, then you know every Monday we are here on the spot. And on today's episode, we are joined by Suthi
Major.
He's a major player. He's an entrepreneur. He hosts parties. None of those theater parties though. He also used to be an artist manager, right?
Right.
Yeah, and he also has a business, a bigger business. He's an entrepreneur. So today we are going to be having an insightful conversation with him. So basically tell us more on what he does and what is his job. But sibuhle benvotsa busetinkomentayo. Wona ke unato takho tingakutshela.
I know it's a good number. I must say, but yeah, they there.
They there.
They
Cool,
there. Yeah,
dope.
they there.
Alright, that's dope, bro. So can you just briefly tell me like who is Suthi? What is your surname actually?
Kambule.
Gambu. Oh,
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. So can you briefly just tell us who is Suthi and what is he about?
Yo, okay. Basically, I could say Suthi is a calm dude who's business orientated, who grew up in a big family, who loves being around people, and who loves building communities. And then I would say Msutfu is a more chill side than that.
Okay.
Msutfu is a very reserved person who likes to stay at home, who likes to practice peace and harmony. And then there's Major, who's the turn-up side.
Okay.
So yeah, now I've got different personalities.
Alter ego.
So, yeah, kind of.
Okay, no, I catch you. You.
So who did you bring with today?
Today, let's about the mood.
Today I brought Suthi Major. I guess that's who you guys wanted to see today. So today is Suthi, which is a balance.
We should see all of them. We should see all of them. That's why I see everybody.
All of them.
Yeah.
Can they coexist though? I don't think
no,
so.
They don't.
There's no way they
It's
can
the
coexist.
space and the time.
Yeah.
The one that
Exactly. So
comes-
today you're gonna see a bit of Suthi and Major put together. You see.
Oh,
Yeah.
fire.
Yeah.
How do you move from being an artist manager to growing livestock and having
That's an interesting question, bro.
meat, bro? Because that's so crazy. From being in the entertainment sector and just saying I'm leaving, going to agriculture.
You know, I actually haven't left.
You haven't left?
I haven't left. I'm still way more behind the scenes in it now. I help artists where I can, but I don't put that out there that's what I do.
Okay.
So I still do that on the side. But the transition was just the environment that I was in.
Oh.
You know, when I moved back to Eswatini, that was the only thing in my face. You know, like when you go everywhere, agriculture's just around you everywhere you go. You know.
Literally.
And so I feel like as a businessman, you follow demand.
Yeah.
See, you put your energy to what has the most demand, and agriculture in this country has the most demand.
True.
So it was a no-brainer. I would see, okay, let me take my business expertise into this and see how far it goes. And
Before agriculture, did you have anything else you tried?
before agriculture, I would say I tried to just be working for a company. Like, I think when I first came, I wanted to be a marketing manager or marketing intern for a company. And then I was like, okay, I already have that experience. Why would I do that? Let me go
Okay.
for something deeper. And obviously, you can't just go into MTN and knock on the door and say, oh, I want to be marketing manager. You can't. You got to work your way somewhere.
Okay.
So I decided, you know what, let me just start my own entity and be the marketing manager within my own entity so that I can have the freedom to decide whatever I want.
Apply the skills to yourself.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
And then pay myself.
and then add some policies.
It brings discipline.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, exactly.
Now that's fine. I wanna take you back because I remember you guys used to do shows back. I think I was still in high school locally with Bo Esco.
Yeah.
You used
right.
to be Esco's manager.
Yeah.
How did you link up with him?
Oh, man.
How did you guys start doing the shows?
Yo, so Esco and I go way back. The first time I met Esco I was 10 years old. We played for the same youth camp,
For real?
like youth team. We used to play for Sundowns
Oh.
Youth Academy.
Esco used to play soccer.
Yeah, we used to play soccer.
Bendlala bo Skinny G.
Yeah, skinny.
Everyone in
G.
Manzini was
Yeah.
under that academy.
Yeah,
Right?
so
Yeah.
so that's where we met. And then he then obviously came to Njabulweni in 2016. And then we kicked it off from there, like, oh, boy, you here also. And then I was like, that's when he also started music. And I was also a big fan of music at that time.
Yeah.
And then things continued.
And then from there, it just
continued.
Kept going.
We then were working in Black Party, which was a brand.
Yeah.
Clothing brand. And from Black Party, that's when we started, building a community, trying to host parties and so forth. Yeah.
Basically, that's how the whole structure was.
Exactly.
So what happened? Why did you guys start?
I mean, I would say we didn't necessarily stop, but we took different routes. I mean, he's in South Africa now.
Okay.
And he's pushing his thing in SA.
Yeah.
And then I've also taken this different business route.
Yeah,
So I was like, okay, we'll definitely meet again along the lines, but this time when we meet, we've got more resources. You know, he's got maybe more connects in SA. I've got more business knowledge, and then we bring that together. So I wouldn't say it stopped, but we are working in our different respectful places right now.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
So from a person who's been part of it, but behind closed doors, how do you feel about the entertainment sector locally? Yeah. Because my question got is, how is our entertainment different from the Taiwan?
That's a very good question. I would say there is an entertainment industry here. Let's start there.
Yeah.
I think I've been seeing some people saying there isn't.
True.
There is one. I think we have one. It may not be as firm. It may not be as collective as we want it to be, but it's there.
It exists.
It exists.
Okay.
You see. So, and then to compare it with the Taiwan one, I feel like we need to take more risk here. I feel like we're playing it safe. I feel like if you really want something to shine, bro, like put yourself out there, bro. Like if you're throwing a party, dog, knock on every door and knock and say, hey, I'm throwing a party, put out flyers, take risks, put yourself out there more. Don't like, say I make music and you don't put yourself out there.
Okay.
So I feel like people like Amari who are doing that well, like they putting themselves out there. People like Esco, they putting themselves out there. People like 2 billion, they putting themselves out there. So I feel like if more other artists can put themselves out there in the same magnitude, it would be bigger.
But don't you think putting yourself out there requires resources that we lack?
No, I used to think it does, but bro, as long as if you have Wi-Fi, a camera, and a social media platform, that's all you need, bro.
Both those things are expensive. Wi-Fi,
bro,
camera,
and you see, but that's all you need. If you have that one homie who's got a nice iPhone, dog, go to him and say, Poison, can I just shoot a reel here every day? Can I just come and shoot a reel, airdrop here?
But besides the social media thing, do you feel like the groundwork still needs to be done?
No, it still needs to be done, but social media is your data. See, that's where you could see how I know. If I were to replicate this into a real thing,
how much motion can I have?
The data supports it, yabo.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense. So I want to ask you on your entrepreneur journey, what exactly do you do? Just market yourself. Okay,
so basically I'm an all-rounder. I'm an operational manager, I'm a marketing manager, I'm a data analysis for all my companies.
How many you have companies?
So there's Besutfu Beef, which is a feedlot company. I have Beefy Bliss Burgers, which has now become a burger company away from Besutfu Beef. And then I have Customer Connect, which is a tech company that does data analyzation, and it's gonna be I can't reveal the rest because I signed an NDA, but the rest is gonna be more of a platform. Let me just say a platform for now.
Did you do what the data analysis company is that what you learned when you were in?
Yeah, that's what I learned in Taiwan.
In Taiwan,
I learned marketing and data analysis and trading.
Okay. Yeah. So all of those things are yours.
Yeah.
You have partners.
I have partners. I have one partner, which is Mlungi Simakong, who's my cousin.
Okay.
Who's also a chef as well. So
damn,
him and I are like major shareholders in all the things I've listed. Well, besides Besutfu Beef, that's just me.
But I always thought agriculture is that one thing that actually does bring in as much as you give out.
It does.
For real.
It does.
Here locally, what do you think about the agricultural move especially in the suburbs?
I think agriculture is our bread and butter here, bro. Like, we've got good land, we've got the weather
Good weather, bro.
the weather that supports it, bro. Other countries go through floods, dog, with typhoons, hurricanes, earthquakes. We don't go through that here, you know. So I feel like if people have that opportunity, like if you have the land, maybe your grandparents have land, your parents have own assets and acres of land and hectares. I feel like all you have to do is just educate yourself, you know,
on how to move,
on how to use that land to benefit you, because you're not paying rent.
Okay.
You know, so I feel like agriculture is the best way out for most of us here. It's just the knowledge now. You just need to apply yourself. Give yourself the time to learn. Because I never went to school for beef production. You know, everything that I know now is from learning from other people, from watching YouTube videos, and then trying it out myself.
Damn. And actually, agriculture, that's one of the most taught things locally. Like, basifunza zambambi agriculture.
I just didn't have that at the beginning.
Yeah,
you know?
but you do. And that's crazy.
Yeah,
that's crazy. So I wanna ask you, Kutsi, how what are the challenges that the agricultural industry faces? Because I'm in entertainment.
I think, what do you think are the like? Yeah. What do you think are the agriculture like pros and cons?
Pros and cons. Yeah. Okay, I would start with the cons because that's what you asked first, right? I would say, obviously, it's an oversaturated space.
Facts.
You see.
Facts.
There's a lot of people who do it. So if you come in, you got a lot of people to work against, you know. So one, I would say it's oversaturated, but it being oversaturated is also a positive,
right? Because there's more franchises being opened.
Exactly. So I would say that. Number two, it needs a lot of money. So if you want to try start something for yourself, the capital is very high. So if you don't have a way to attain that capital, it's gonna be a problem.
How's the maintenance?
The maintenance, I feel like at the beginning, like just like everything, it's tough, but as you learn, it becomes muscle memory. So it's something that doesn't become hard as you go about it. So the maintenance is doable.
Okay.
It's doable. So I would just say it's oversaturated, number one, and it's a high capital investment.
Fact.
Number two. And then the positive side, it has good returns. It has good profit margin returns. You see, number one. And number two, I feel like it's a good passive income. So like, you can diversify now. If you are now doing crops, you can then, once you understand the crops and it's running itself, you just put someone there to manage it, and now you've got free time to
do other things.
Yeah,
because agriculture is very broad. Like, it's a very broad industry.
Exactly.
I never looked at it like that.
So outside of the feedlotting, what's like? Would you branch into anything else in agriculture?
In agriculture, outside of feedlot, I definitely do chickens. The broilers, I definitely do that. I definitely do chickens. I definitely do maize.
How do you sell the chickens? Are you selling the eggs? Are you selling the chickens themselves?
Bro, if you're strong, you're just selling everything.
Right.
Yeah. You might as well start from first phase to the last one.
But if you want to like specialize, I'd say the ramtutus basically. Yeah, I'd say that because, bro, just think about it. We eat meat every day, bro. There's some families that eat meat breakfast, lunch, supper from Monday to Sunday.
Literally.
Also, the like people like Mbiveni and stuff, supplying them is a lot of money.
Facts.
Like just giving them like a portion of your thing.
And then there's also export, bro.
Export.
There's Mozambique. There's Zimbabwe. You know.
That's UK.
There's Taiwan.
The plugs.
Of which we are homies with.
Right. So you can supply them with the meat.
Facts.
Right.
You see? So yeah.
That's crazy, bro.
Yeah.
I'm really interested in agriculture though. I feel like it's a lot of people are sleeping on it.
Yeah, I feel the same way. I'm not gonna sit here and cap and say it's not a lot of work. It is.
It is a lot of work.
It is a lot of work. But if you are patient, because here's the thing about agriculture, you gotta watch something grow and give it the time and space to grow. You know, so if you can let it grow, it will make you grow. That's how I see it. Yeah.
Do you apply that same concept in your other businesses?
Yeah, definitely. Actually, that's how, funny enough, like I learned marketing, right?
Yeah.
So I decided, okay, from what I've learned, let me see how I can apply it differently. So I took marketing and then I put it in agriculture, which I don't think has really been done before. Like
facts,
where you see farmers on TikTok,
farming, putting in work,
and IG, you know. So all the principles that I took in these other businesses, like to market burgers, it's easy. You just maybe put it on your Instagram or story. But I was like, let me do that also for the feedlot. Let me put my cows on the story on TikTok, and I've gotten customers through that route as well. So I've applied all the techniques in different fields.
And you're the few people who actually use social media profitably to market themselves.
Yeah, because it's free.
Right.
Instagram, you don't pay a monthly subscription to use Instagram.
Right.
You know, so.
And that's the best way to market your stuff.
Yeah.
We're not saying don't market yourself. Do, but your business comes first.
Yeah, you can market yourself, but you and your brand is.
I don't highly advise the marketing yourself thing, but
Why?
Yourself as in yourself as yo. But I would why? Because, bro, I think it's cause people just do too much.
Right.
Yeah. I think in my understanding, like when you try to market yourself, if you can do it in a strategic way, it comes out good. But if you like flood it, it's like you're trying too much. Because on the other side, using the business to market to market, it's actually a good idea.
Right.
I think maybe marketing yourself is not the word, but I think it's like you are your brand. So if I'm marketing myself, I'm marketing my brand. You know what I mean?
Automatically.
So for instance, Suthi, always, if he's got like his attire for feedlotting, you know, or he'll have like his brand, his logo on his clothes, whatever the case may be. So when people see him, they're like, I've seen Besutu beef on Suthi. And Suthi just posted himself, for instance. So you market yourself by marketing your own brand, or the other way around.
But people misuse those words. That's why you find women posting booty pictures.
My booty is real.
You know what's actually, you know, like she kind of is making sense, because you know when I first saw you in person, I just automatically thought of the podcast, you know.
Fact.
And I remember I greeted you and I was like, oh, from the podcast, right? You see.
Yeah.
So I feel like you may not notice it, but you are marketing yourself and your brand at the same time.
Subconsciously. Subconsciously.
Exactly. But now if you put more thought into it, you now creating a strategy, like you said.
What comes first, the brand or yourself?
I personally think you come first always.
Right.
Like I think your mental health is important. Who you are to yourself and staying true to yourself is important, which should automatically, in most cases, then reflect your brand. You see, so they shouldn't contrast each other. Like they shouldn't be from different sides.
You're making sense, bro. You see, you're making sense. Cause funny enough, that's how you find these people end up doing crazy things. Cause that's who they really are.
See,
that's who they really are, and you find other people not buying into other things because that's not who they are.
Exactly.
Like that J. Cole issue of him chopping out the beef. Like we thought that, what is he doing? Because that's not who he is.
He tried to play like he's that guy.
Yeah, he tried to use the brand.
See, and it didn't work. I just think it just didn't work. But
right.
If you're being authentic, like you don't have to live a double life, you know.
But how do you feel about that Kendrick and Drake beef, bro?
Bro, I'm a Drake fan, bro. I'm a Drake fan because I gravitate to his work ethic. You see, I feel like I relate a lot to his work ethic. So when that whole thing happened, I have to call a spade a spade. He lost the beef. Personally.
He lost the beef.
Personally, he lost the beef, but I feel like I like the way he's handling it now. By dropping those vlogs and showing people
leaking all the songs
and showing people a different side of him. But yeah, that beef had me, bro. That beef had me, bro.
The other beef. The other beef had you.
Nah. This one I don't eat.
Yeah.
This one I don't eat.
It's not the one you used to.
It's not the one I'm used to, bro. It's not the one I'm used
Personally,
to.
I just think it was good entertainment after all.
Yeah, at the end of the day.
At the end of the day, it was just...
I think it was good because the last time we had like a serious like rivalry like this or like a diss type of vibe was like, well, this big was like Tupac and them.
Yeah.
Like in
And
that era.
we were not
and
part
we
of
were
that.
not like
Yeah.
genuinely part of that.
Yeah.
So I can say like for our gen, we had, so when we are older and tell our kids, we were like, we had fucking.
Because this could have gone left.
Literally.
Yeah, because they both disrespected each other in a
Bro.
massive way.
And there's a man kids.
Bro,
What
like,
about the beef? Yeah, Ja Rule and 50.
that's hilarious. I like
that one is funny. That's a meme.
funny.
That one is just a meme.
That was
Yeah.
hella useless
That's just
for
a
me. I
meme
won't
because
cap.
the other guy never had a career after. So it wasn't funny.
I think
You
it was
know.
a 2-minute thing, like a one-hit wonder.
Yeah,
of
it was.
vibes.
It
'Cause
definitely-
even like I wasn't that interested in Ja Rule like that.
No.
Like 50 is wild and he's always gonna be wild. But Ja Rule really
But
was
everyone
fishing.
likes 50, bro. Like,
Nah,
'Cause
boy,
of his
me, I feel like
character.
people
Like,
don't
'cause of his
50
character.
like
sure?
that.
Really?
I feel like it. Okay, our
Bro,
gen.
50
is cool, bro.
50 is a good example of an entrepreneur, bro.
Yeah,
Definitely.
like a very
Yeah,
good,
like
Definitely.
a very good example. Now
like
when you-
to switch music into film
bro,
and production is crazy.
because you saw this music thing is not paying as much as it's supposed to pay me.
Even if it is, I mean, dude, you
not
don't want to
enough,
do
bro.
one
Bro,
thing.
No
Have
money, no
multiple
problems.
have
Literally.
multiple incomes.
Do you
That's
relate to that?
Yeah. Yeah. Actually,
What's the biggest amount you've made in agriculture?
I can't put that amount out. But
Okay, let's do a range. Let's do a range.
I can't.
the tax man gonna come get you,
I
my
can't
boy.
put that amount out, but that's the most I've ever seen throughout my work life. Like that's the first time I did my feedlots and the first time I sold my first bunch of bulls. I was like, yo, okay,
Give us a range, though.
yo, this is crazy.
Suthi, come on, dog. Give us
a range.
give us like a, even if you make the range slightly
Maybe
big.
from a 10 to a 20 or a 20 to a 25.
Kumbule nalo 28%.
Okay, so what net? I could say above 100.
It makes sense though, dude. Like a bull is like
Like
millies,
above
bro.
100.
Yeah, above 100.
How much? How many did you sell?
The very first time I started, I had 6 bulls.
6.
Yeah.
So you sold like 2 or
No, I sold all 6.
6.
Yeah.
over 100.
Yeah.
That's mad. So mina sangifuna kulobola nje ngitawo.
Pela, that's what
No,
I was
but
about to say.
no, but-
Guti Suthi is ready for my lobolo.
No, but mine are not good for that, bro.
Okay.
Mine are good for a price stand.
For a price stand.
They mustn't. The bulls that you get from feedlots should not stay ekaya. They must go straight to slaughter, bro. Straight.
For real.
Actually,
Yeah, they shouldn't stay.
They won't make it.
Nah, they won't, bro. They won't.
they will not make.
Nah. Because they fat, right? And then if you take them to grazing, they're gonna lose weight. You see,
Facts.
because we don't feed them grass. There's things that we put into it for them to eat more.
To
Yeah.
eat more.
Yeah.
Bochali.
Yeah, they are. They
Which
cheap
is
boys. Yeah.
Kanza kubulela licandza.
Yeah. Yeah.
Scrambled.
And they don't move. They don't move.
They can't
They
move
don't
because
go
if
to.
they do move,
yeah,
they're gonna lose the weight either
so
way.
They don't go good deep, deep tanks and all that. Yeah, they stay there and they sit there. They only stand up to eat, to drink water, and sit for 3 months.
That sounds like a
Nasifuna inyama for a birthday party.
Any,
Going
yeah,
to
anything
Suthi.
meat related. Anything meat.
Anything. Whoa, pause.
Pause, my homie. but yeah, no, I would say it's more money, more problems, bro. Because I would say this to anyone else. If you're starting an entity, or if you have a team, no matter how big or small, it's not about you, bro. You've got team members there.
Facts.
You have to put your personality aside. You know, you gotta swallow your pride. You gotta be a team player. Gather everyone else's opinions. You know, the mindset that they have. You have to value everyone. So yeah, it's not just about it.
It's not just about it. I wanna ask you, what's your take? Because you were once a manager of an artist. What's your experience like locally with this entertainment?
I feel like people really need to understand what it means to be a manager first thing.
Not manage the rider.
It's not just about that, bro. Like, you need to know my contracts, you need to know royalties, you need to know my profit splits, you need to have an income statement. How much money are you spending as an artist? There's also the personal side of it, bro. This person is not a robot. He also has feelings,
right?
He has family members, he has issues, you know. So you gotta be there through everything. Not go to say and you need to go knock on the door and say how much gin and tonic does he have before he performs.
Right.
That's not even close to what an artist manager really is, you know. So I feel like if people could really like educate themselves more on the roles of what an artist manager is, then I feel like they can provide more for their artists, which means more growth for their artists.
Fact.
Don't be a manager just for the title. Be a manager for the growth, for yourself as well, for your image.
Because a manager is supposed to, on a day-to-day, find opportunities for their artists.
Honestly.
And not just in the music sense. There's branding involved. There's marketing involved. There's collaborations, you see.
Fact. So all of those things need to be studied.
Need to be facilitated by the manager.
By the manager.
Exactly.
No, thank you so much for that insightful convo.
Yeah.
About this manager thing. I also want to ask you, what's your take on the state of hip hop
in Eswatini or in general?
In general.
I love hip hop, man. So I feel like it's at a beautiful state. And I feel like there's different sides, different ranges to it now.
Okay, let's put it to Sadak. Like, because of the Amapiano thing.
Yeah, that's tough.
Here in Sadak.
I feel like people need to find more creative ways to wave the hip hop flag up there. And I feel like people like Nasty C always find creative ways to do that, which is why he's still relevant to this day.
To put out work.
To put out different type of work and different type of marketing. Like, he was on Podcast and Chill with KO. You know. So I think those type of things are helping the industry. I feel like in SD, bro, it's tough, man. Like,
it's not looking nice, Papa.
It's not looking good.
Who are you listening to in SD that's like a
in
hip-hop
SD,
artist?
That's dope. Grizzly's dope. Esco's dope. Original is dope.
So we categorize Esco as local.
Yeah, Esco's local, bro. Esco was born and grew up here, bro.
But
I
get your questioning because, like, I mean, now he's based in SA. It's a whole like.
It's not like he can't get an SA ID, right? I mean, he might have grew up here, but once he has an SA ID, what's the chat?
Okay.
What's the chat?
But he is local.
Right.
Yeah, he is
because y'all know him, you know.
Yeah, no, but I still put him as the local. As a local. Yeah, I still put him as a local.
Shout out to that.
So I would say him, Lance, Amari, Original.
That's your top four now.
Those are Omanzini. Bear in mind.
Mbabane is not doing the most.
Yeah, that's who I have. There's maybe Grizzly's in Mbabane, right?
No.
Grizzly's from Mbabane. Oh, really?
Yeah.
He's from Goyo.
Wild.
But he stays in Manzini.
Okay.
But yeah, Esco, Original, Lance, Amari, and
I wanna ask you, what happened to 808 Cave?
I guess it was just again, different opportunities. Like Esco moved to SA, you know.
Okay.
So
that whole thing to start.
and I think it was happening at his crib
Oh yeah.
more than anything.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, makes sense.
So it's like if he were to move to SA, it's gonna be a bit strange for you to come here without him. You know?
Facts.
Yeah.
Fact. So I wanna ask you, do you think you can come back and still host events now
In Eswatini.
locally?
I think you could.
I
You've got the.
I have a proposal
base.
for you. Same here. Do you think you can still do it?
You know what? I think we still can.
For sure.
I think we still can. Am I in that headspace?
No.
Like what I've noticed is running events, bro. It's a lot.
Facts.
It's a lot.
That is true.
You know, you gotta start like 2-3 months before the date.
2-3
know.
months is even a short time. Gotta
You know.
start.
Bro.
No, it depends on the size of the event.
Also the
Also,
type
Yeah,
of event.
Also-
yeah. So the type
also,
of events
exactly.
depends.
Even the concept
Of the event depends. So if you're trying to do like it also like I like to start it at the capacity you're trying to reach. So if you're looking at maybe 80 to 100 to 150, you could do that maybe 2 months prior. But if you're trying to throw a bushfire,
Rockets.
Yeah, you're gonna put in work
you need
Bushfire tells you the date
a
a
year.
year before.
a year before.
You're at the actual event at Bushfire and they're like, Bushfire next year, this date.
Yeah.
And you're like, what?
Yeah.
Already?
So I feel like you need to be well organized and you need to have like-minded people around you.
Facts.
So if I'm trying to do a successful party this way, but 2 or 3 people in that same team have different agendas, it's not gonna work. It's not gonna
Facts.
gel.
It's not gonna gel.
Because throughout the whole operation, it needs to be like one train of thought. So that's why I pick up Jigs, I pick up Bushfire,
right?
because they hold.
They
me.
literally putting in the work. They putting in the work. This guy probably takes them
And a lot of people think it's
6
like
to 8
a lot of
months.
people think it's like the capital that you should have. Where I feel like there's a lot of companies, well, not a lot. There's a lot of people who are willing to invest
Yeah.
and like sponsors and those type of things.
Yeah.
I think people always think they must have like bank to like have
Bank,
yeah.
events.
No.
Where it's like, no, bro. Like
You
just
need
go and approach companies and be like, yo, dog, please sponsor us.
you need
Literally.
influence.
Also influence too.
Because I feel like if you need influence, and also you need to at least trial it,
Yeah.
so that when you go to these companies, it's like, hey guys, we did a party, we had 200 people. We feel like if you guys can jump on board,
We
on
would have more
this
than-
we can have
yeah.
more.
we can have motion
Yeah.
because you guys are known. We also have a core following.
It's true though.
And then you can't just go there with an idea, bro. And
What's your
without
take?
numbers.
What's your take on these events who approach these corporate companies and then not deliver?
it's just tough, bro.
Because
Ish.
it doesn't only affect the company, it also affects the other
But do you
promoters,
think?
the events.
But do you
management.
think there's corporate behind if it flops?
That's
That's
a very good
you see,
question.
because a corporate that's known wouldn't put themselves in that
In
position.
jeopardy. Yeah,
You see,
facts.
so a corporate company will cross check everything to say, is this there? Is
But
this
some
there? Is
corporates
this there?
are like, you better. They put the pressure and they'll be like, yeah, we'll do this, but you better tell her what you must.
Yeah.
Yeah, they won't do like the due diligence to be like, so what's the situation?
How did it flop?
Yeah.
They just want expectations.
One expectation.
They'll be like, they'll put the pressure and
It's
just
the-
be like, you
give
better
you a
not
budget,
flop.
we'll say we have this money, put it to good use.
And then I'm blaming the guys on the ground, bro.
Right?
And that means you played around.
But I think for me, it's just people don't wanna, especially in SD, we don't want to put the standard that should be put on events and stuff like that. It's always like a whole, we'll do an event and then it's always subpar. You know what I mean? Or we don't take our artists seriously,
Yeah.
and then the artists themselves also then feel like they can't take themselves seriously or whatever.
But to also add on that, I feel like it's subpar in the reason, good see, maybe they don't know what a a real looking event should be like, or they're not learning from others.
Exactly.
You see,
They
like,
think it's easy because they see one man else doing it when they actually don't know the behind the scenes.
why don't you go to that person who's doing it and ask him, bro, can you at least be affiliated with us?
Exactly.
So that
While
you
you
can
create-
show us what to do. I feel like that's where we flop,
Okay.
you know,
Not willing to learn.
not willing to learn from others or not willing to collaborate again.
Facts.
So it's like, if you know, would see maybe this group of people know how to throw events and you have an event idea, go to them and say, guys, let's start off 50-50. You see, so that you learn from how they handle it, so that when you do it again, you could do it alone.
In your experience, what did you learn from hosting events?
Hey, bro, hosting events is a movie,
I think
bro.
you could still do it, dog. You have the influence, one, because you're Suthi, and then, like, I feel like, yes, you can have all these things. There's a culture in this country where it's like, yeah, if we do it, we must do it without these homies, because there's like that type of thing. SD doesn't want to like build themselves up. I saw through Tulani way in SA. Tulani like just, not that he just popped up, but like he just became like super relevant. And he did that one event where like he had like 100 people
On the lineup.
on his lineup.
Yeah.
And I was like, dude, like all you have to do, especially in our day and time,
Yeah.
is just, because we have social media,
Yeah.
like be funny once, go viral once, hopefully, and then use that like like that viral vibe to project you up, you know, and then make the money.
Yeah. You know what I've really learned, bro, is, you know, with running events, bro, you need to be accountable. You need to take writing of everything you say and do.
Fact.
Contracts must be on point. The income statements or accounting must be on point. And also, one thing more than anything, you need the management skills. Appoint, just like what delegates roles well in due time. Would see the artists are handled by this person.
Okay.
You see, the people are handled by this person. The bars are handled by this person. Because if you don't do that, you then find yourself running around and maybe not losing sight of what's actually happening. You know? So if you can establish a team that even that team know within themselves that this is my role, and if I don't do it to the standard,
Nothing works out.
I'm in trouble.
Exactly.
It's also gonna
Everybody
mess up
playing
everyone
their
else's
part.
chain.
Exactly.
It's
Yeah.
gonna mess up the chain of.
See, like good teams, bro. That's why, bro, Man City trap, bro. Because everyone knows their role. You see, if I don't mark the ball, the coach is gonna shout.
Exactly.
At me. So same here. Like
You're
if
gonna
I don't
start
hit
chats.
up certain DJ and ask him about his booking fee and his rider in due time, now when he shows up there, he's not attended to. Now he feels disrespected. Whose fault is that?
Eish.
That's my biggest gripe in the country, is that we don't take our artists
Yeah, you should,
seriously.
bro.
When you should set the standard of taking
Yeah.
an artist seriously, so they can take themselves seriously
Hey,
as well.
we had an artist come to us and tell us, we already gave him his rider, right? But he came to us and said, hey, I want another Hennessy now. We looked at each other like, hey, bro, this guy wants his. What's gonna happen? We had to take out from our pocket, bro.
Yeah.
You know, and
Especially
pay
if
it.
you're like,
You see, because we want this guy to go back and not have anything bad to say about our management. Good see, I know. Even if I was a nigga to these guys, they held it down.
Fact.
You know, and
Fact.
if they were ever to call me again for another turn up, I'm there.
Yeah.
See, so I feel like sometimes people you gotta go that extent of making sure that you do the right thing at all times.
I want to ask, were you involved in the planning of the New Year's party at Spani?
Yeah.
You were?
Yeah.
What happened? What's the story there? Because I heard
which one?
apparently, okay, here's what I'm gonna do without being disrespectful. This is what I heard. There was a house party that was hosted. It's Spani's son, and then people pulled out last minute. Certain people were no longer participating in it. So we never actually got the full story on what happened.
I think it was just miscommunication more than anything.
Yeah.
I feel like
Because I heard Deck Life was involved. Who else?
no, it was just that.
Or Deck Life.
No, but I think it was just miscommunication, really.
Okay.
But everything is now sorted. You know, we're all good with each other.
Okay.
But I feel like, again, I would just say from my perspective, I had just gotten back into the country. No, I didn't know what was in and out or how things worked or permits and, you know, all those logistics, right?
Okay.
So from my accountability, I would have said it was something I put myself too soon. I should have settled in first and understood how Swaziland works because I was just fresh from Taiwan.
Okay.
You know? So I feel like, miscommunication, you know. But it ended up being dope. Lucas and them came and it was a vibe.
Facts.
Oh, is that one where Lucas raps in them?
Yeah.
Oh,
It's Bunny.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow.
That was the show.
That hip hop one.
Yeah, that hip hop one.
Show your manika, man. so we guys, we're no longer having show your manika. And it's so sad.
Yeah, it's sad, bro. Because hip hop is up, bro.
Nifuna included. Shame. Sorry.
I like groove a little enough.
No, I won't lie. I'm not gonna say I don't like Kama piano. I do, but I just have a very short
tolerance.
Yeah, I have a very short tolerance of.
An hour is enough.
An hour is enough.
Bro. Hour is enough, bro.
An hour of everything, because I like different type of music. Right. That's why I respect people like Bo J on the bass, because during his performance he took us from Drake all the way to Maporisa in the same set, you know. So I respect something like that.
And what I like about Jay more than anything is the art and the way he orchestrates his performances.
Yeah.
Like, he's not just gonna go on stage and play other people's music. He's gonna actually put an effort into making the song.
And then he's got that personal touch when he pulls out the bass, because who else can do that?
Besides him.
You see, so that's that creativity that you need, you know, like to make yourself different.
Hey, shout outs to him. Shout outs to
him, man.
Before we wrap it up, do you have anything else you want to plug? Anything else you want to say?
Yeah, please guys, follow Beefy Bliss Burgers on Instagram. That's the new burger name. That's the new burger life that we're trying to push. So follow that. Follow me, Suthi Majors, on Instagram, on TikTok. And yeah, thank you to this podcast, man. I've been a big fan. I'm happy that I'm here, and shout out to you guys.
Shout out to you too for pulling up, gang. Appreciate that. Yeah, we need to taste these burgers, guys, so we can give an insightful chat about how they actually do taste. Hopefully next week, Nasbuya.
We're trying them out.
We're trying the burgers out.
We're trying them out.
You know, I'm actually sad Mbabon hasn't tasted them, man. Like, it's sad.
Do you like Prema niggas? You just giving Prema niggas.
Like, I'm Prem, bro. I'm Prem.
Even Ezu niggas got to taste.
Hey, bro, Ezu niggas show love, though.
For real?
Ezu niggas show love.
I saw that one video.
That's fire.
Yeah, people think they bougie, but nah, they show love.
Nah.
Shame. Shout out to Ezu niggas.
Shout out to the Easy Hobbies. Thank you so much for tuning in, guys. Don't forget to come through next week. Same time, same place, same me and same you. I am your host, Bablamini, Suthi Majors. We officially out.
Let's go.
All right, shout out. All right, thanks, guys. That's dope.
I appreciate that, bro. Thank you so much for